quite like the wall paint.
Oh yeah, really nice.
Because I think like mould gives it texture. It's been exercised twice, but we're just trying to bring it back to life a bit and make it a bit more homely. Hey?
See you later.
What?
It's my time now.
Honey,
I'm
the house is haunted
now.
Great.
Perfect.
Guys, before we get to the video, we just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. It means the absolute world to us.
It really, really does. We are so grateful for your support, and I can't wait to show you some more bits in this video of the house, especially Elizabeth's room in Poldark. So if you're Poldark fans, keep watching.
Yeah, because actually Aidan Turner, who acted in Rivals and Poldark, stayed in the same room, and that is coming up in this video.
Yeah.
Please hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy the video.
I honestly don't even know where to start with this room. It obviously hasn't been touched in a really long time. It's right.
It's perfect.
It's right next to the chapel, and well, have you seen the bath?
What do you mean? This is
What
going
is
to be
this
our
room?
bathroom.
This can't be a bathroom.
So, well, this was the kids' bathroom. Well, I say kids,
Back in the day.
my dad, my aunts, and so this is next to the nursery, and so this is where they used to bathe before bedtime.
They used to bathe.
That's right. What's wrong with that? Anyway, my grandfather, while ever does her thing, my grandfather put a sauna in there. Can't remember that even being used, but if I show you. Anyway, we've had a lot of filming in the nursery, and that I can't say what was filming there, but we've been filming in the nursery, and so we put all the stuff that was in the nursery into the sauna.
In the sauna for some reason.
Yeah, well, a lot of paintings and stuff, and we've had to name them Oak Room, etc., etc. So that's like a bit of a treasure trove of paintings. Up there takes you onto a roof that I'll show you in future videos. This is an old fireplace that we'd love to redo. I quite like the wall paint.
You like that? Oh yeah, really nice. That is stunning.
Because I think like mould gives it texture.
Stunning. Yeah, really good for us as well. Really good.
It's good for lungs.
No, terrible. Jimbo, do we know who this is?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, that's
my dad there. That's my dad there. I'm pretty
so sweet.
I'm pretty sure if I get that wrong, my dad's gonna absolutely kill me. And then my grandfather was immensely passionate about model railways and trains. And there's gonna be a whole video on what's in the attic. But check out this. Have you ever seen so many, I'm hoping I'm not gonna get a dirty magazine here, but model railway trains, upon model railway trains, upon model railway trains. Yeah. So that's going to be our jobs, is sorting all that out.
Somebody will want these magazines. Somebody will be a train enthusiast and they will want to collect these magazines. If you are, or you know somebody, please do let us know, because at the moment they're just sat here.
Yeah.
I've never sat in this chair before.
That was one of the old chairs that you push out. Look.
Oh yeah.
And then that would like. How cool is that? You can have that for free. Right.
It's definitely been well sat in, but you see what I mean. We can't leave these rooms like this. They have to be done up. If they stay like this for another 70 years or another generation, they're just going to go to complete disrepair.
Well, it's all down to us now, so we're going to get our overalls on. But this is a lot of. There's been a big leak, so it's a big focus.
So that's why I've been doing the chimneys as well.
And that's why we're doing the chimneys. We're going on to the next room. That is my dad's old bedroom. Just to warn you, this is the most haunted room. It's been exorcised twice. My grandmother put my dad in there because he was a baby and he thought that, or she thought that babies didn't get scared about ghosts. Anyway, my dad spent 17 years sleeping in there with a pillow over his head.
Which is actually really, really, really heartbreaking.
Anyway, let me show you it. My grandmother painted it orange because she thought it'd feel a bit lighter, and so when Dad was in here, it wouldn't be so scary because it was a fluorescent orange. I have to say, it hasn't been redone in, I don't know, 50 years. Lots of work we've got ahead of ourselves. Lots of pots. My grandmother keeps going and getting the pots and then chucking them down the sink. But a lot of all this stuff is from the nursery. So I don't know if the water still works.
Oh, Jesus.
And then we've got loads of our family's memorabilia.
There's just so much history in each room of this house.
Oh my gosh, that suits you.
Do I look like that guy from Jumanji?
Yeah.
Perfect. There's so much history in each room, each of these rooms, that each one is going to take us so long because we're going to have to go through all of the different stuff and work out what we want to.
Sorry, I can't take you seriously. Anyway, you are going to need that because have you seen the crack above your head?
Yeah, it looks like the roof's going to fall down.
We might have to live with helmets on. Right, next room, because again, a lot more to unpack, but this is our first tour.
Winties, Winties, hello.
Before anyone mentions in the comments, the brown carpet.
The brown carpet has got to go.
The brown carpet is going to go eventually.
Go.
Yeah, perfect.
Sorry.
Where are you going?
No,
What's wrong?
nothing. I can't go in there.
So this is my grandfather's old dressing room. It's painted yellow.
This is really homely, I think. There's a few rooms in the house which just feel really homely.
Yeah, so
and this is definitely one of them.
So this is a room that a lot of the guests stay in.
Yeah.
Or a lot of our house guests.
Yeah.
And it's a room that me and my siblings used to stay in when we were having our traditional New Year's parties. Still, bit of work to be done. Over there we got some falling
bit of peeling paint
coming off, and we just need a bit of a tidy up and redo.
How gorgeous is this though, when they used to put like these sort of skirts on the tables? Gorgeous. And I think, somebody needs to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these might be old rectory tiles, and they are really stunning.
As you can see, we got Bradley and the hassle-free guys, Free Building, who've been helping us with the chimney, are working on this room. So this has had some cracks in, some big cracks. And that's because I think we had big quarry down the other side of the estate that has kind of like made the house move slightly. So we've got big cracks. So we started on filling the cracks and putting new wallpaper up. As you can see though, we had an old green colour. That was lime green. There were some strong colours going on in this house.
Really strong colours. It was like orange, yellow, green. Bradley, are you painting this or wallpapering it?
We are line papering it and we will be painting over top.
Okay,
So,
amazing.
yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, the guys have filled in all the cracks, but this is just one room of many, as you can see. But this is the kind of like green that they had back in the day. But we're just trying to bring it back to life a bit and make it a bit more homely. So the guys are working hard to kind of bring it back to life. But like Emma says, we just need to keep working, keep filling the holes. Welcome, my friends, to Col Stevenson's room. This is actually one of the rooms that gets filmed an awful lot.
Yes.
So this has been filmed in Poldark.
And in Rivals.
In Rivals. Can I tell you the best story?
Mm-hmm.
When Aidan Turner comes, he makes this unique joke. Because Poldark was set in the 1600s and Rivals was set in the 1980s, both of which used this room, both of which used this bed. So technically, Aidan Turner managed to keep it up for hundreds of years.
Who told you that joke? Aunt Caroline?
Yeah, it's a great joke.
It's
though.
a great
but
joke.
I think
It's a
Aidan
great
Turner
joke.
does actually tell that story.
Oh, that's
Because
amazing.
it was this bed. So this bed came from Poldark
They bought it because they wanted to use, a big grand
I
bed.
thought this was Elizabeth's bedroom,
This
wasn't
was
it?
Elizabeth's room. Yeah.
If you're Poldark fans, that's amazing.
Yeah, this was Elizabeth's room. We loved the bed so much that we actually tried to do a deal with the Poldark production crew and managed to keep it, and then Rivals used it. So this has become a bit of a guest bedroom.
It's a bit of a famous room, really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's definitely our grandest looking bed. They also repainted it. So
Repainted the walls, so yeah.
having production crew here to use as sets, you also get a fresh lick of paint.
Bit of upkeep.
Bit of upkeep. Curtains are looking really good. The room just is off the Great Hall. Another big Aidan Turner story, though, is in Rivals. He was in that yellow bathroom, and that is just through there.
Yes.
And I haven't actually slept in this room.
No, me neither. Do you know why this room is not ideal for me? Because it's right next to the pre-sale.
Yeah, and the pre-sale is what we're going to go into next.
Yes.
But you're off.
I'm off to the
heading in there
cafe.
because you can't actually fit
He's off to
anyone
the
else in
cell.
there. So I'm going to show you guys the pre-sale, and then I'm going to show you all the ballroom, which I can't wait to show you. So I think it's about time we go through that door. Oh, Christmas. It's like a secret. It's like a secret. I mean, it is secret. I don't think the lights work. I'm sure I have to go and get a light. This is what's known as the pre-cell, so this is definitely the smallest room in the house. It's positioned on top of the porch, so you've got a direct route all the way to the main gate. So if a priest was in here and they saw anyone coming up or that was trying to, get rid of the priests, then you've got doors that you can dart out of, because you've actually got two doors that come into this room. You've got one off the altar and one off Stevenson's room. Interesting though, we've got Demelza here, who hasn't left. So she enjoyed the filming so much, she decided to stay here. And sometimes I position her looking out the window and it scares the absolute bejesus out of Emma and anyone else visiting. We've had it painted. I'm going to ask my Aunt Caroline who painted it, because I can't actually remember. And I don't know a huge amount about this room, but during next episodes we'll hear much more about what it's been used for. But it's a little bit of a creepy room. Demelza, stay there, come on. Right, while Demelza's laid rest there, we're going to head past the organ, of which I'm going to show you, and then all to the ballroom, which is one of my favourite rooms. One of many, but it's the biggest. Let's go. Before we head to the ballroom, we've just gone past the organ on the balcony, and as you can see, it's in pretty good nick. It doesn't get played hugely often, and that is for a variety of reasons. But this is the keyboard. You've obviously got, all the inner workings in there, and I've got something else to show you. This is an organ that hasn't been retuned, so it still plays medieval music, and it's actually been awarded, like this register has been made part of the British heritage of organs, and it's an 18th century organ, and it was built in the Sweatlands of Bath. Sweatlands of Bath, which is interesting. And it says, has been awarded a certificate grade 2 in recognition of it being an important survival of a domestic organ. And that's basically just showing its age, that it hasn't been retuned. Really interesting piece. I wish it played better than it did, and it doesn't play so well because actually the billows has been shot at. Now, their story goes, during the war, the Americans were staying here and they couldn't get rid of all the stray cats. And the cats were hiding in the billows, and when the Americans saw them, they shot at the cats and blew all the billows, and so now it just wheezes. I'll play a little tune for you. I'll play the only thing it does play. You ready? So there's this pump here to try and pump them up. I mean, it's good exercise, but the tune's not so good. Right, time to hit the ballroom.
So we are now in the Ante Room, which is adjacent to the ballroom.
Yes, it's kind of like a stage, isn't it?
It feels like a stage.
So you've got the Great Hall, which is there. You've got the Oak Room, which is there. You actually get lost in this house because every room leads onto each other. And then we're looking down on the ballroom, but I'll give you a little bit of a round round robin of what we're looking at. So behind you, we've got my grandfather, that's David Lowsley-Williams, who lived in here for 70 years. He was brought up in the house and died in the house. He absolutely loved this house, and he did this portrait. It was done by Diana, our cousin, and he absolutely loves it. And the book he's holding is the book he used to take round for tours. He absolutely loved showing people around the house. And then the pocket watch he's got on is a pocket watch he gave to me. So there's a really nice synergy there.
What a lovely man.
Yeah, he was unbelievable, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We've got pictures down there of some of the house being rebuilt. So this ballroom was built in 1903, and so there's a few pictures of the ballroom not being here. And so where our cameraman's standing now was actually a greenhouse attached to the house, and then they built that whole section during that 1903 period. On here we've got memorabilia of when the Americans were here, the Americans, Australians, and the Italian prisoners of war.
So much history, and one fact that I love about the ballroom is that it was put on by your great aunt?
Great-great-grandmother.
Great-great-grandmother, who wanted it to do some dancing.
Yeah, she said she was class marrying brass, which basically means she was far posher than the family she was marrying into. And so she said, we've got to have somewhere to host parties.
Yeah, and do some dancing.
And do some dancing, some waltzing. So that's where 5,000 or so acres got sold to create where we're standing now. Or where we're standing.
And it's got a sprung floor.
Yeah, you're giving away all the secrets now, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, let's show you the ballroom. Welcome to the ballroom. This is the biggest room in the house. This is where we do all our functions. So as you can see, we've actually got tables laid out because we've been doing a tour tomorrow. Growing up, this was a room that we spent a load of time in. Not only was it the room we always used to kind of have family events in, so we do a family tradition New Year where we get all the family around and we enjoy the space. But I also spent a lot of time moving carpets in, moving chairs in, and it's definitely a family affair when we're getting ready for functions, when there's tours going around. The whole family come in, we do all the tables, they get put back, then the tables come in again, then we polish the floor. And so I had a childhood of basically looking after this room.
I could imagine you being naughty and driving a mini tractor around here or something.
All right, mini tractor.
Your bike?
I had this weird moment where my grandmother actually gave me a horse, like a Shetland pony.
Things I never heard.
And he was called Domino, and he was in this house. The other thing I really want to show you guys, not only we've got our uncle's there, which is kind of the prominent piece on the wall there, surrounded by the oak panelling that we're working on to refurbish. Something that Ems and I really want to do is to kind of make these rooms sing again, because they've been quite tired.
So much love.
But my aunt has really spent a lot of time and money trying to keep the house going, and it's in really good nick. But if you look at that oak panelling and then you look at that oak panelling, that looks a lot better. So we're having to do the whole room now. I do want to show you one more piece though. This is the trapdoor under the floor. So there's blocks, there's towers under this whole floor, and there's blocks in there to stop the floor moving now. But if you wanted to use it as a sprung-loaded floor to allow the floor to give it some bounce, you take those blocks out and then it becomes a sprung-loaded floor. And we've never used it properly because dancing music has become very different. But back then it was a lot slower, so the floor had time to allow you to work with the waltzing. So I thought it'd be a great idea for Ems and I to practice our first dance, because this is exactly where it's going to be. So I'm just going to go and do the blocks. Might take me a while actually. Well, I can't actually see this next. Hey?
See you later.
What?
It's my time now.
Honey,
I'm
the
the
house is
presenter
haunted.
now.
Great.
Perfect. So guys, if you liked our house tour video, please like and subscribe to the channel. We've got so much more content to come. We cannot wait to see you in next week's video. And maybe I'll let him out before next week, or should we just let him stay in there for a while?
Do you want to let me out?
Yeah, sorry.
Fucking terrifying.
Sorry.
Shitloads of rats in there.
Ooh, rats!
No, I'm joking. There's a lot of wasted space there. That could be a blooming...
Rave.
Yeah, we could rave under there, or it could be great for underfloor heating.